Okay, what's going on, Grand Rising? Today is Friday, June the 28th, 2024. And what we're going to be looking at today is dollar index and the futures market. So really quick, since we only have about 5 minutes left, I'm going to jump straight into some higher time frame markups. So we'll see when that uploads. So we did just have the GDP news just a few minutes ago here at 7:30, about an hour ago. So that did come in and affect the markets. Now, we've been looking at this weekly level where price has been respecting 104.50s for a few weeks there, right? And then we had to pop away from that area, and then we had another pop, and now we're kind of hovering as if we want to close bullish, but we're still kind of hovering that market open. But because of yesterday's push down, then rally to make a new high, I personally would like to see them hold above market open today, and continue, their price up into the 106.13 area, and getting us closer to our weekly target of 106.50. So with that being said, when you look at higher time frame futures, especially, we'll go mostly over NQ. What I like about price right now is pre New York, price is pushing back into a daily opening price. So that's a really good sign that they could continue that price up because a lot of the times they'll push it to that area right before New York and then rally it. Now, looking at the higher time frames just really quickly, daily, we are in a really sticky type area when it comes to NQ and ES. When it comes to YM, we've been watching ever since this down candle here from April. And just seeing how we've been printing in here has been pretty crazy. So going into a little bit more of an intraday, H4 directional type play, I would like to see price maybe come back up and then go down the short. You are seeing ES kind of show those signs. You are seeing 39.6 be respected and market open on YM. So that makes a lot of sense. And then we are crushing below opening price currently, right? So like as we crush lower, I could see us going down even farther. But this wick being at the top of the markets, 2200 being on higher time frames, we'll see as they push these down into until they push these down into daily opens and how they respond today. So make sure you went through your trader's constitution, set up your mental framework, and let's finish the week strong. Let's finish the right way. The goal for me today is to not give back profits and to take my one or two shots. Want to be high probable areas, manage the trade, the way that we want to manage it, and make sure that we're putting ourselves in a position to put our risk on the table, but also put ourselves in a position for a massive gain. So we're going to switch over to the snipe window, and this will be the last trades of this will be the last trades of Q2 of 2024. Okay, so I have Top Step here on the other side. I do have a couple things ready, but one thing I will say is when the market at a news release pushes away, like it did here so violently, a lot of people's stop losses are stuck at the top of this market or like halfway of this wick. It's like somewhere like right in here. So I will be watching pretty closely here today to see what kind of price we get off the open. But if we do start to fall tremendously, I'll look for a little bit more of a range trade, a little bit more price to fall even more so that I can, play a little bit better of a position, probably down below 20K. So let's be patient today and let's snipe. So right now it looks like some bullishness across the board, opening up, pushing prices down, which makes a lot of sense for what we were wanting to see. So we'll be patient here. Okay, just making sure that New York open is right. So now we're starting to push, like I was saying, if we push back below market open, then we'll, we may decide something different, but let's keep watching here for right now. ES is finding weakness. That first minute was bearish. Okay, so we're still just watching this area. We still are in the range of the market open. So really want to watch this, how this price develops right here, because I could see them playing that back up if I get that signal. But I like where the 4 hours at inside the last down candle as well. So you could anticipate a move here from a higher time frame perspective. So I do want to watch this here. Stop loss 2039. And we're just looking up an area. We're not taking a trade. We haven't got the signal or anything. So take profits are going to be 2150s. 2150 area. Okay, so like I said, I kind of like this area. I just want to see how the 15 and 5 play here. So price is below daily, right? It's doing the same things on ES and skyrocketing on the other two. So on a little bit more evidence, I guess you could say, is the word I'm looking for. But I do like that 4 hour where it's at location wise. So I'm gonna buy below here, below daily, risk at the lows, right? Now it could be a little premature, but the thing is, what I'm gonna do is price runs in my favor, then I'm going to break the trade into pieces. As of right now, you're seeing ES from daily open respond pretty well, and you've seen YM just completely blast 39.5 to 39.6 very quickly. So let's see what we can get here. YM is screaming. I mean, YM is just rallying to the upside right now very quickly. They may want stops here first on NQ, which is fine. But YM is going crazy. So we're still in this area. ES showing quite a bit of strength. The only one not showing the strength right now is NQ. YM screened, right? Pushed up into that 39.750s, which was really nice. And then here they might just want risk before they go higher, which is okay, unfortunately. So ES is on the move to the upside fairly quickly here. 5 minute close was right there. So, I mean, pretty much that first 5 minutes. Okay, so if we can get that response right here, that'd be great. The other two are responding extremely well. Um, off those levels. So, I mean, we just kind of were like right there by the skin of our teeth there. But if we can push back up, I would say back into fill that imbalance, that 2130 area, then there's a really, really high chance that I think we can go higher. ES looks really good, and so does YM, obviously, right? So we want to watch this area right here. It's like a demand level potential. Computer's kind of wilding, but we're doing good, I think, right there. And then, like I said, this is kind of like a demand level in my eyes. ES screaming right now, looking really good. So, yeah, I think we could end up buying up, which is really good to finish the week here. We have 2 contracts deep, so let's see if we can get that push. So we're looking good here. We can push above, I would say 2100s fairly quickly, then great. We are pushing really fast on ES. So we don't have to go the full length of the move. Even if we can get back up to, I would say, London open or higher, we could definitely be in a substantial amount of profit. We're already floating about $1,000 in the first 4 minutes, so that's not bad. So I want to be able to manage this trade, and hopefully we can keep getting the same push above that 2100 because that's where I'd want to protect this trade. Preferably in the London Opens, this imbalance here between 20, let's just say 2113s into the open of this candle 2130s would be a really, really good area. YM screaming. So it looks really good here. Now I'm just looking for technicals. All right, I'm looking for the closures, and then I'm looking for price. Basically, where I'm going to exit is based on, let's just say this here, right, is where this Fibonacci retracement is, right? So anything above that 50 or somewhere in that 71 would be great areas to exit the most of the trade. So let's see if we can get there. Now, like I said, YM screamed for that area that we were looking for earlier this week, which was like 39.7s, 39.750s. So now we're starting to really pop here. So let's see. You know, as the price closes on the 5 minute here, higher, like I said, technicals, and that's a really good sign here. That especially if we eat that 2100 area. So I really like the bounce here. I would really like, even like I said, um the 130s getting back into this last up candles open would be pretty nice. Just understanding where that news was. So I'm gonna actually do that really quick. So news was 7:30. So you have the open of the candle was here. So all that manipulation is right there. Right. A lot of people stuck in those orders. So that's really nice to see. So just be patient here. Um, okay, so let's just be patient here. Now, with that closure of the candle, I personally would like to see, only them come back down a little bit and then continue up. But we'll have to see how they decide to do this. ES looks really strong as printing above London opens. So I like how the 4 hours are responding. I don't like how that's kind of pushing back, but um, I do like how the 4 hours are responding here. So they are kind of pushing price back below opening price, which is making me a little nervous. But I think we have a good location on our trade that we have on the board. So it's either they're gonna try to wipe this area or they're gonna hold. They're not looking so good on that 15 minute, like they don't want to go lower. We'll say that. So um, so what I will do here, this is a buy, so I'm gonna sell one of these. We'll watch the price action play out here. Because this is what I like to see, especially on a 5 minute, but we would like to see a reaction off New York Open. ES is still showing a pretty good reaction. It's just really about where the 15 wants to close. Nice response here on 15 and 5, and we have the breakout, so I don't want to, I didn't want to partial the trade until we get above 50% of the swing of the day. So I like how price is playing now. We're looking really good on that 15.5 to push up. So 21.50, and I think we're going to be pretty good. Anything above 21.50, and I'm pulling her today. Really pushing here now. We're above that 5 minute area. So me personally, I want to, secure some of this here. Right. So let's continue to watch this imbalance here, watch this 2100 level. But if we start to push this fairly quickly, like we are, I do want to protect some of this trade. But I think we're in there to push this really fast. So I like how price is playing here. We're going into this 5 minute close, 15 minute close. Now, if we can stay strong here, great. And if we start to break down, then I don't want to be susceptible to so much risk, right? I could always add this order back on with the entry that I have. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go break even on some of this, but I'm not going to take it all the way off. So sell stop here. Good 15 minute close there with some strength. We're break even on the position. All right. So now we have the position break even and we're just waiting to the top. This is a pretty good flowy trade right now, I would say. We're up $2,000 on the day, 2,200 expected value. So we want to see it push into that area that we want. And then we're going to start trailing this as well to make sure and secure the bag. Okay. If this 5 minute doesn't continue to push, then we think we can get up into the 15-minute area, at least up into here, I believe. So that's where my focus is right now. ES still looking very strong as well. And these look like good 4 hour type plays. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of that really quick. Just for my screenshots for today. Okay, so we want to see price definitely push higher than this area very quickly. We don't want it to just play around here. Right, so we're not seeing any signs of weakness, which is good. We just want to see that extension up about 30 handles to the upside here, and I think we'll have a really, really good trade on our hands. A lot of people are sitting right here, I think, with their stop losses at that 2150 area. And so I'm looking to, just even get into that type of area. Good pushes here. So let's just continue to watch. ES still showing strength, and then Dow did sweep up to that 39,780 level, and then start to sell off. So we're looking really good across the board. I would say 15 1 hour, 4 hour looks really good. We're just kind of mopping into this area like we like. Okay, so I'm gonna take a screenshot over here. Okay, so no signs of weakness to me. We are kind of hovering that London Open though, which I don't like. So that right there would make me decide to sell one potential, right? And then we can move this out of the way because we sold some and took some profit, and now we're at a profit for the day. Only thing we can do is make a profit. Okay, so that's what I like to be able to do. All right, and so now what we're gonna do is manage this trade accordingly, and we're going to look for price to take the highs and take 2180s potential. Even like I said, 2150s. Our average price was 2058s, so we're just going to be able to watch here now. So I really like how price is pushing here. We're looking at over, I would say, uh, we're going to definitely hit our goal of 2K for the day. We're not seeing any signs of weakness right now. I'd like to see price, like I said, from that news get back into like here, the 2150s. And then as long as we don't have any 5 minute lower opens, lower closes, then we're looking good. And then we only have 10 minutes left of this 15-minute candle. So everything's looking very bullish right there. And we may actually look to take this on the 4 hour a little bit higher, right? So 2200 whole level here. Let's just kind of do that for right now. But as soon as price swipes the highs, we'll probably be out of there for today. Really, really good setup, really good trade. And this is exactly how I wanted to end the week. The one thing I would say is I didn't even need to exit one of those contracts, right? But there's nothing wrong with paying yourself in these markets. Nothing wrong at all. Okay, so 4 hour price looks really good. Like I said, I think that we could rise up into the 2200s from this area. So really nice setup here, I believe. Windows Shift S. Take a picture here. Okay. And then I want to take a screenshot here, and we're still no reason to ever exit that contract. Wow, that's a beauty. No reason to ever exit. ES really strong. Um, really, really nice price. I really like how this is pushing. So so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna end up trailing my risk up into this area, because if they come back down lower than 2100, like if they bounce away from this 15-minute area, then they could take a lot of my profits away. So okay, so for this setup here, we're still looking good on that 5 minutes. I do want to kind of base it off that 5 minute time frame, and be watching here. So then we still have about X amount of minutes before we close the other. So really watching that 5 minute price right here, and how it closes. Price is looking good, still in the 5 minute and 15. So we want to get a good 5 minute close, and we want to continue to watch price as it's in our demand supply zone. Okay, so we're not really getting anything that's showing us to not stay in this trade right now, which is really good. Also, there really wasn't nothing on a 5 or 15 that said we should have exited or partial, but you can't go wrong with partialing, um, about $1,000 to $800 in a day. So this 5 minute close looking good. Now I'm watching how it's responding off of this area. So I don't really want it to break down any farther than this. So we'll continue to watch this with one contract left. I don't like the price right there. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is going ahead and closing the rest of this out for today. Um, Let me see my computer's kind of slowing up here. Uh, so I'm gonna wait here. I'm still waiting for this 5 minutes. Sorry. So I am watching the price here. And let's do this here so I can focus on my close. So that 5 minute can close strong. So really watching this 5 minute area, expected value is still looking really good. So just don't want to get faked out over there. But this looks pretty good here. So still got 3 minutes of this candle, so we're just gonna be patient here. I feel like that wick at the high 2178 is gonna get achieved. But it's just all about how they respond in this 15-minute last up candle area. Okay, so um and I really like that 4 hour bounce play. That's what I was really looking at today. Was that 4 hour looks like it can go to 2200 for sure, right? So seeing a little bit of slowdown that London open on ES. So I like the 4 hour bounce on that too. I like our bounce that we have right here, and we're just really wanting to get that wick target of the highs. So I like that. We get that push to the highs plus our partial. I think we're looking pretty good for the day. So anything above 2150, and I'm probably gonna pull the rest of these off the board today. 2158s. Nice, nice. Price is really pushing here. So this would have been beautiful for our two contracts, which is, it is what it is. But I don't like how price is kind of playing in this area, so I'm out of there for today. So I like how the price, like I said, is playing here. We're still in favor, and looks really good to go a little bit higher than that news price, right? There's no signs of weakness. We'll watch this last few minutes here as we're pushing. ES looks really good. 4 hour looks really good. So yeah, so a good way to finish the week. I'm pretty, grateful for this for this move today, especially with the push that we've gotten. How we're pushing into this 1 minute in this area, this news, and looks really good. So